All right, legends, here we are. VOR versus OH. You can see a VOR, Ohio, Kremlin, two Petros, Stalingrad, two Klebers, Marseille, Smaland versus two Thunderers, two Petros, Stalingrad, a single Kleber, two Marseilles, and a Smaland. Very interesting lineup, pretty similar, other than the Thunderer, Kremlin, Ohio split, and the two Klebers, two Marseilles, and the Smalands are pretty decent. Looks like it's going to be very close here, ladies and gents. As we know, we're all in the northern waters here.
Make
Let's
a note
see
in the
what
log.
happens with
Operation
OH.
has
OH
commenced
looks
on
like they're going to be
schedule.
going a hard left split for a Marseille, two Marseilles, Stalingrad, and a Kleber heading towards Alpha at this point in time. Looks like Petro. Actually, another Petro is probably going to go towards Bravo. Looks like a Smalan Petro and a Thunderer heading towards Charlie. What's happening over there in Vol?
Over on the VOR side, looks like the Smoland is heading straight for B. We've got a Marseille and a Colbert heading for C, followed by a Petro and a Stalingrad in Ohio as well. Okay, so it looks like they're doing a hard push C, whilst we've got a Kleber, Petro, and Kremlin heading the A way.
Yeah, interesting lineup here. Marseille's and the Klebers going towards into Charlie. Looks like the Smalan's going to Bravo from Vor. No one's going to be contesting Bravo other than maybe a Stalingrad hugging the island just here in front of Bravo towards the Smaland. Um, the Smaland from OH is going to be pushing pretty hard at Charlie, but I think Marseille and the Klebers going to be pushing it a little bit faster. Probably going to cap that out considering the Thunder is a little bit lagging behind with the Petro here at OH.
So it should be a good fight on on the OH side. Going to be hard pushing through there. Whereas the C side looks like it's going to go to VOR.
Yeah, it looks like Bravo is going to be uncontested here as far as Milan's concerned. Stalingrad's not going to be able to push in as well. Marseille and probably the Marseille, the Kleber is going to be pushing to Alpha. They've got the Petra and the Kremlin to worry about. Some good torps coming in here from the Kleber. Some good rounds going into the Smalan over here in Bravo. Are they going to reseat the Bravo cap? No. Let's have a look. They're going to get any on?
Nope, all
None.
too
The
high.
Smalan's very, very lucky to get out of that one alive.
There was a cap reset. He had more than that
Oh, there
before.
was. There was. Yeah, there was one cap reset. Looks like we got one cap at Charlie to Vor. You can see now Alpha Cap's going to be capped out by OH unless someone gets snupped done.
Yep, those shells weren't
Kleber
landing.
missed anyway. Stalingrad going to be dropping a radar here. Going to see this alarm behind the island, which probably leaves him open to Marseille and the Kleber.
Yep.
Stalingrad's going to spot the Marseille, though. This is a very fast-paced game. We saw this from Vor last week.
Yep.
Few rounds coming in now towards the Kleber. Kleber's going to take a couple of rounds. Looks like the Smalan's taking some as well. Looks like it's a bit of a pie party here in the middle.
The Marseille and the Colbert on A are under fire from both sides, being the Smoland, the Stalingrad, and the Colbert from VOR.
Yeah, Marseille's going to be hitting a few rounds towards disregard. It looks like the Kleber's got a few rounds coming up towards the Kleber and the Marseille in the middle here towards Alpha side.
Yeah, so VOR definitely doing a hard push to start with and getting both the B and C cap. You can tell these guys are coming in hard after a loss. They really want this win.
100%, mate. 100%. Looks like it's a tough one here. Looks like we got a few rounds now coming down towards the Kremlin from the Thunder and the Petra, the back right-hand side here of Alpha. A few rounds back towards the Stalingrad over here as well.
The C cap, we've got a lot of firepower trading places. The Smolan slowly trying to push in and get the VOR Colbert off there so he can take it from him. But no real damage as of yet.
Yeah, you can see a few rounds coming down towards the Stalingrad now, towards Bravo, the back right inside of Bravo. You can see that Marseille's going to be pushing into Bravo, probably going to be hugging this island here, using the island as a bit of protection, trying to push into B. to reset that cap and uncontested. You can see no one in here from VOR is in Bravo or is able to get there in time from the Marseille. Probably going to see a drop. There we are from the Stalingrad. Just in the Marseille now is pushing out. Marseille's now pushing out from that cap because he's been spotted by that radar. Stalingrad's got a short radar span now. Marseille's going to be pushing in. He's going to reset him before he gets there, take a couple of good rounds. None, actually, all overshot. Going to be hugging that island so no one can see him. The only real worry now is the Petro coming back behind that island there on the right-hand side near Charlie. So what I'll be doing now for this Marseille should be pushing in hard. Obviously, now you see the Stalingrad, the Kleber's pushing as well. He's going to find himself in a tough position, but you'll probably see him move towards this island here and hug it on the opposite end. Will he get there in time before they cap it, or will it be a stalemate? I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely going to try and get into the line of sight, or out of the line of sight, by using that island, dumping some fish to keep him back behind that island. And unfortunately,
Marceau's
he missed the cap.
Marceau's now pushing outside of Bravo right now. Looks like,
yep.
Ooh, drop here from the Petro. Probably going to see the Smilan on the left-hand side here to Charlie. Bit of a stalemate over here at the moment. Reset there from the Smilan. He's going to reset out. He's going to push out now and take some big rounds from the Smilan. Smilan is now going to be focused fire from the Petro over here as well as the Thunderer.
A lot of firepower trading places here.
This is one of those games when it's whoever gets into the cap first, backs out, then resets is going to probably going to win this one. You can see now OH has got Alpha and Bravo. There's 11 minutes to 6 minutes 19 reset. You can see there's a reset now because the Marceau is pushing into a Bravo cap.
Using that island to stay out of line of sight from the Marseille and the Colbert. Unfortunately, the radar ruining that for him.
Yeah, Stalingrad just dropped the radar right in the middle there. You can see the Petro on the back right-hand side near Alpha is dropping radar as well. Charlie looks like it's a pretty big contention point. The one that's going to win this is going to be Bravo. You can see it's a AC split here as far as the team's concerned. VOR has Charlie, and OH has Alpha. OH now has Bravo. If Marseille or Marceau can push forward into Bravo, it should be good for them to win this game out. Otherwise, Stalingrad's kind of pushing back behind the map there. Thunderer is the one that I'm worried about now. The Thunderer from OH is pushing back from Alpha. He's kind of kiting away. He doesn't really have much oversight here, considering the total visibility range for the Thunderer.
Yeah, he's a little bit back, isn't he?
Yeah, Thunderer's going to be pushing back now. Looks like Kleber's going to be pushing towards Alpha. The Marceau's going to be into Bravo now. I don't think he's going to be spotted unless the Stalingrad can drop a radar in time, or that Petro can push and drop a radar. No, the Petro's just dropped one in Alpha. Looks like Kleber is going to take a few rounds, more than likely, from the Marceau. And from the Petro right now.
And from the Petro. And unfortunately, not being able to fully cap out Alpha, but at least it stopped the tick for a couple of minutes. What's happening over on the Charlie side here?
The Smilan's pushing in and out. It looks like the Smilan from OH is pushing in, and the Smilan from VOR is being able to recognize what the Smilan is, reset that cap, and in turn forcing the Smilan from OH to move out. Looks like the Petro has got himself in a good position where his starboard side, he's not susceptible to the Marceau, the Stalingrad, or the Kleber. Hyo's just sitting there, kind of kiting backwards. He's happy. He's a bit of a HP tank. He's just moving back. Yes, he just took 10k off, but it doesn't bother him too much.
No.
Petro's now dropping a radar. Smilan's dropping a radar as well. Smilan can now see the Smilan at the back of Charlie, which is probably going to reset now because he's going to force him to push in.
Yep. Unfortunately, dumping that radar when he did, he ended up forcing the OH Smilan out of the cap and missing those torpedoes then.
Yeah, you can see the Stalingrad in the middle here in Bravo, taking a few big rounds. Looks like the Hyo's got a couple going towards the Petro. This is going to be good. Good couple of rounds now towards the Petro. He's not moving a lot. Looks like maybe a couple of ricochets or non-pens there. Let's make our way around the map now. You can see the 708, 636 cap points, 320, 335k HP. You have a few bars currently down as far as VOR's concerned. Otherwise, it's pretty even gameplay here, ladies and gents. Charlie's being capped now by the Smolan, Kleber, and Marceau's going to be pushing in there.
Yeah, with the 3DDs together, they've managed to push out the VOR Smoland and start taking C, which is going to start changing the cap tick and might be enough to put him back in contention.
Yeah, looks like they're going to cap out C now. That's going to be Alpha and Charlie in total capped out. The Petros is going to be farmed down by the Thunder and the Marceau at the rear of Alpha right now. He's going to be capped. Oh, he's going to be forced to go out. He's got 1,049. He's doing a heal right now. He's going to put him down to about the mid 1,000s. If these hit, no, none hit. 2,700 in total. The drop there for the radar from the Petro. You're going to see the Kleber in the middle there in the Alpha.
This is probably not how VOR was hoping it would go. I think they were thinking they could just jump on in early in the game, get those caps, and get the game won quickly. But OH has said, nah, we're gonna draw this out, and the cap points are just about equal again.
Yeah, looks like the Smolan and the Petro are going to be dropping radars over here in the right-hand side of Charlie. Kleber's going to be spotted, but probably no rounds can be able to be landed on the Kleber over there. Kleber over there. Looks like the Ohio is going to take a couple of rounds from the Thunderer. Ohio should probably push in now. That is the meta shift for this game, and the Kremlin we can obviously make out so far from the last 3 weeks. A couple of rounds going in towards the Thunderer from the Stalingrad. Nothing really hit. Kleber in the middle here towards Alpha on the VOR side. Really needs to push in. Oh, lost a Petro. That's massive over here on Alpha side. Kleber now needs to move out.
Yeah, the Kleber in Alpha Cap has got no one backing him up now. He's going to need to just give up on A and see if he can pull back and either support B and keep that from being capped much further, or even try and come all the way across and help out the Smoland on C.
Kremlin in the middle here towards Alpha is probably going to try to push in. He's probably going to be reset, though, by the Marceau. Got a couple of rounds onto the Marceau over here at the back of Bravo. Looks like at this stage, OH has the upper hand. And if they just hold out and try kite away, I think they should be okay. If they keep on resetting those caps, they have the points immediately. Although it might be a long game, there's only 7.5 minutes left. Kremlin's going to take a couple of rounds here. Torpedo's coming towards the Kremlin. He's going to miss all of them from the Marceau.
Yeah, the Kremlin wants to get in and at least stop the count on one of those caps, because OH have now overtaken him by nearly 100.
One thing also about this Kremlin from VOR, he's playing a really good gameplay here unless he pops out to the Thunderer. Thunderer's going to push forward. You can see he's got himself on his port side there, the left-hand side, away from anyone because this island's protecting him. You can see, is his guns facing towards the Thunderer? He's got some guns facing towards the Thunderer.
Yep.
He's not worried about the two in front of him being the Petro and the Marceau. He's got a couple of torps coming in. He might eat one. He's waiting for that Thunderer to come around. He's decided that he's going to take the move and shoot whatever he can. Couple of rounds towards the Petro right now. Let's see where they land. Are they going to be good? Not good. Not good at all. Looks like the Thunder is going to be able to engage now. The Kremlin's going to be pushing back behind.
Torps ran out of juice just at the right time for the Kremlin.
Kremlin does have 2 fires, though. He did push in towards Alpha. Now you say the Marceau is going to be pushing in there as well to try to reset that cap. They don't want the points. We have another 50 points. That's it. At this point in time, unless VOR moves in ASAP, it's going to be GG to OH.
And the Marcel coming in hot, dumping torps while he can. He's going to try and get that Thunderer, even if it kills him by the look of it.
They really need to make a move now. If VOR does not make a move and kill a ship, it's a GG anyways. So they're going to try to take whatever they can. A couple of torps going in towards the Thunderer. He's going to eat one. He's going to take 1 broadside shot, 2 broadside shots, 3 broadside shots from the Kleber. HE in total there. The Marceau is going to be taken down now, and this is going to be GG. OH is going to win this one without a doubt.
Yeah, this is all OH's way by the look of what's happening here.
Theoretically, there's nothing that VOR can do in this point in time. They needed to move in at 900 points. If they didn't move in before then it was going to be GG. You can see now the
Fall back and
Marceau's being
regroup.
done,
We'll
and
have
that's
to
going to
try
be
something
game
else.
1 to OH.
Yeah, that Marceau going in, trying to get the Hail Mary torps on the Thunderer there. I don't think he quite realised that the points were at that sort of a position. As soon as he went down, he was just handing the win over to OH.
Yeah, so you can pretty much see we saw this in a game early on in the piece where I think it might have been YYK. I think YYK might have done it, where they went in relatively fast and backed out as soon as they could, and then literally pushed the other team away from the cap. You saw OH do that. They literally, they kind of made an envelope fire between Alpha and Bravo there. They had their guns faced towards Alpha and also towards Bravo, and they held the team out, which in turn meant they couldn't push. And even if they did push, they were happy to play the time as long as they didn't get some sort of some flanking maneuver from the opposite team, being VOR here. So VOR just didn't have the ability. They at 900 points, they should have pushed in and just went hell for leather, being able to take those points wherever they could. Hopefully, grab one ship. All they needed was one ship to take the game. As you can see, all we lost there was 2 ships as far as VOR's concerned.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I don't think there's a lot more VOR can do other than being able to contextualize and be able to push forward into those caps early on. So they're probably going to be looking to change their ships out for some fast maneuverable ships. Considering this is their last chance now to make it into the finals, considering the first 4 teams been dropped out and knocked out by YYK. Any comments, Major?
VOR really going to have to pull their finger out and get something happening, because yeah, this is their last chance to make a third game and carry on into the semi-finals and the finals.
Yeah, mate. Well, this is the decisive factor now. Now we know that this is their last chance. They're not going to be able to move anyone out. What ships are going to go? They're going to go for the Kleber gameplay. I don't think they will. I think you'll probably find they might put a few more Petros in there, move one of those Klebers out, maybe even for another Smoland. Smoland played a really good game that last game as far as OH is concerned. That's what I'll probably do. Get another Petro in there or something with another radar. They want that situational awareness and they want something that can move in a little bit faster than Kleber. Kleber is a pretty fast ship. The Smoland just got better I guess slightly better firepower and maneuverability as far as they're concerned. But otherwise, ladies and gents, we're going to be moving on to a slight intermission, deciding and seeing who is going to be swapping out their ships. We still have plenty of King of the Sea giveaways to go. We'll do one in the intermission. Otherwise, best of luck to both teams, and we'll see you guys and girls very, very soon.
Catch you soon.
All right, ladies and gents, I called it. You can see there, VOR has changed up for a GK Kremlin Des Moines Goliath, 3 Petros. I told you they're going to change up probably from the Stalingrad to the Petros, Kleber and a Marceau versus the Thunderer, Bagogne, Des Moines, Moskva, 3 Petros, Kleber and Marceau. Looks like a pretty even matchup there, except for the Moskva, the Goliath, and the GK and the Thunderer.
Yeah, you can see both teams have gone right. They went heavy on the DDs last time. We need radar.
The fate of this engagement may depend upon us. To
I
your
almost
duties.
feel like OH has almost gone, well, let's see what VOR would be likely to do and let's try counter them and match them. We matched
Yeah.
them last time, the starting game. Let's see if we can match their gameplay and their ship layout now.
Yeah, it does seem like both teams have done their research on each other. All right, so on the VOR team, it looks like we've got a bit of a cluster because of the island. So we've got a Des Moines, a Goliath, and a Marcel. Or Marcel's heading to B. The Des Moines and Goliath are heading to the C side of the map, although they spawned on the A side. Heading for the A side, we've got Kleber, Petro, Kremlin, and another Petro are coming across the island there. Looks like the Kurfürst is also now turning for the C cap. What about the OH team there?
Yeah, so you can see it's a heavy split here. They've got a rough spawn in from OH as far as their tactical gameplay is concerned. You can see the Bogogna, the Petro, the Des Moines, and another Petro is rotating towards Charlie. But you can see the OH use a Koki, Thunderer, Marceau, Mosfa, and the Kleber now heading in towards Alpha. That's it, though. It looks like the Marceau in Bravo is going to be reset here. The Petro and the Mosfa is taking the risk because they know the starboard side and the port side is clear. We can see one club here coming in from VOR, the Pants clan player, now moving towards Alpha. Is this Mosfa going to decide to go up the guts into Bravo, push in and contest this Marceau here? I don't think so. I think he will be happy to just reset him, which will in turn form turn the Marceau backwards or push him forward to flank around towards Charlie. I think he will have to eat a slice of humble pie now. Try Cap B, not shoot where he can, and he's going to have to be able to understand that he no longer spot the other players, and he just has to play the Cap game.
Yeah, he's still under fire too. So he's going to be struggling to be able to cap B there.
Which is interesting because the Mosfar is only 15 Ks and he has an island in between there. It's actually 10 Ks. He's very lucky to be spotted now. Is he going to be reset? No, the Mosfar is shooting into the island, which means Bravo's going to be capped out. The Marceau is now going to push out. He's not going to care. He doesn't want to take a single round. Oh, that's a rough move there by the VOR Marceau. He's going to be shooting, which in turn is going to mean a couple of rounds are going to be taken in, which he's going to have to push forward. He's going to push forward on the island. He's going to run himself aground here. Hope that the Marceau, so the Mosfa can't hit over, which he can.
Yeah. I think he was thinking his trajectory was a little bit different to the Moskva, but I think they're almost the same. And the Petro in the back also chucking some shells downrange on the Marceau. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if OH just play the reset game. They're not gonna run up on the caps. They're just gonna try and spread themselves out and just try and keep VOR at bay.
Yeah, you can see OH is kind of behind the 8 ball here now. Although they are 1 up, they are slightly behind as far as the cap's concerned. VOR has gone in really fast here. I said this at the start that OH got a really bad spawn. You can see, I'm unsure why one Petro that wasn't the spawn, the right-hand flank here over towards the starboard side, heading towards the 5 to 10 line, moved all the way over to Alpha. I don't know if that's just his meta and he went that way, but otherwise they literally traded probably a minute worth of gameplay to rotate 2 Petros around. You can see now the Bogogna is going to be taking a few rounds from the Goliath, which isn't going to be too bad, but the Des Moines also going to have a few rounds on there as well. If he gets a fire, it's going to push him out towards the 10 line, which is somewhere where he doesn't want to be. He wants to be in there, up the guts towards Charlie, capping that out with his fellow teammates. Alpha is not being capped, which basically means that VOR has full contention right now, other than Des Moines now pushing in towards Charlie.
Yep. That Des Moines, or the 2 Des Moines on Charlie, are just going to sit at the opposite ends of the islands and use it as a good radar point.
Yeah, you can see the Des Moines now pushing in towards Charlie, which basically means it's out of contention. Although the Des Moines from VOR is sitting there, this Des Moines is just backed in. He's basically just going to play the game there, trying to make sure they don't cap out. He's hoping that a DD doesn't rotate around here to Charlie, or he gets some rounds from something like the Goliath, which has got some HE rounds, which is massive.
Ooh, ouch.
From that Goliath. The Goliath is a good ship, heavily underrated, my friend.
It is. And it is rather difficult to take one down, especially by yourself. You're going to need some focus fire to remove all that health.
You can see now there's a couple of rounds coming from the to the Petro, from the Petros, I should say, from VOR's time there in the middle of Bravo. VOR actually has a really good position here. It's going to be hard for OH to be able to rotate in and push in. Someone needs to go for Alpha, and the Marceau and also the Petro now need to push the Kleber and the Petro outside of the 1 line.
Interesting move for the VOR Kurfürst to come up between these 2 islands here. I guess they understand that there's no DDs going to torp him to death if he sticks his nose out. and it's probably the easiest way to get all of those good German secondaries into action without losing any health.
Yeah, it's a very tough game here, mate, because VOR has literally locked off OH and there's not a lot they can really do.
Yeah. As I said before, I'm not surprised OH just getting up to the cap and sitting back and going, you know what? We're here to reset you every time you try. VOR being able to take B has probably put them off their game just a little bit. And VOR are making the best of any points they are able to capture.
We can see OH is now pushed in towards Charlie. I think they realise now, although we are one up, we want to win this in 2 games. We don't want to play a third game, which leads us into the semi-finals. We want to be able to have some time to organise, to talk to each other, wait the next game for the semis. So they're trying to move into Charlie now. You can see the Des Moines going to hook in for this Petro. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I think they're going to have a bit of a one-on-one collision. No, Des Moines going to be turning towards his port side now. You can see the Bogogne is going to be going towards Goliath. I wonder if they're going to realise that there's only one Goliath out here on the far flank who's trying to kite them. And then moving towards Charlie, that's a tough position though. They have no DD to be able to spot that GK and the Marceau there.
Yeah, and when that GK reveals himself, he's going to prove to be a pretty big thorn in the side of OH.
All right, they've got 2 caps now. They're capping out A. We've lost no ships so far. It is 447k HP to 395k. You can see the top of the screen just there. There's 11 minutes and 54 seconds countdown for the a VOR team as opposed to the OH, which has 0. We can see they've got all 3 caps now. This is very, very interesting. OH really needs to push in now. Otherwise, this is going to be game, set, match for VOR, which is going to take it to the decisive game.
Yeah, VOR getting in there, or VOR, getting in there, getting all 3 of the caps, really forcing OH to make a move now.
See, this is a pretty smart gameplay, man, because it really means that they have to push in. They have no other option but to push right now. Which way they're going to push is quite intensive. You can see on the right-hand flank here towards Charlie. This is an awesome push. We've got 2 Petros, Bogogne and Des Moines. The Des Moines going to be a cut around and take out this Marceau here. This is going to be very, very good here. They're going to be able to concentrate on the GK. They're going to focus the GK now. The GK's got a good angle here. The Petro's got a bad angle on the right-hand side flank here because of the Goliath. The Goliath's going to be focusing the Bogogne. And you can see now the Petro's dropping a radar. Des Moines dropping a radar.
On the A cap, the can't even remember what boat that was now because he's now a digital reef. Managed to jump in and take the A cap. The Petro. The Kleber on OH team did not like that at all. Popped around the island and filled him full of fish.
You see the Petros. The Des Moines now dropped a radar. You can see the Marceau and the GK is pushing up, which is going to force the Petro from OH to push up as fast as he can. A couple of rounds coming in from the right-hand side here on his starboard side, heading from the Goliath. The Bogogne doesn't really care. He's pushing in now. He's done. He's going, we need to win this. We need to take out this Marceau, the GK. A couple of torps coming in now. They're probably going to, if he doesn't put on his brakes, he's going to be good fishes towards this Bogogne.
No, I think the Borg's going to end up being assimilated into a digital reef here.
Oh, he's going to take 3 out of this front rack.
2.
No, 2, and then 1 from the second rack, which is bringing down to about the mid-10s. The Marceau's now going to push a couple more in there. The Des Moines going to be pushing towards that GK. GK is going to run aground here. The Marseille's going to be taken out. Marseille's going to be done here, right in the middle.
Marseille down to 131 health points.
Oh, he's so lucky, mate. Des Moines got some massive rounds from the OH. Oh, my goodness. OH is going to be done here. The GK's now run aground. He's got the Transformer skin on. Couple of big rounds. Looks like the Marceau's going to be backing up 115 HP.
All right, there goes the Marceau.
Marceau's done now. The Des Moines going to kite away from Charlie. Petro, the Bogogne, and also the Des Moines going to push through into Bravo now. I can see Goliath's got a good spot here. Petro's just dropped his radar. You can see why he's done that because he doesn't know where that GK is because no one can spot him. And the Petro wants to make sure there's no other DDs or any other ships before he pushes, I should say. He's going to push down the middle of the channel right now. He's going to take out the GK. The GK is going to be done in about 20 seconds, less than 3, 2, 1. GK done in the middle here. Looks like the Des Moines going to have a few rounds coming from OH here in the middle. Oh my goodness, this is a very interesting game now. Looks like OH is really being able to concentrate on these ships right in the center of this channel. Can they take out the Petro? That's going to be the next milestone for these guys.
The Thunderer and the Marceau are absolutely hammering that Des Moines over on B cap there. I doubt he's going to be around for much longer. And then it's just all up to them to move on in and clean up the Petro.
Looks like the Des Moines just dropped a radar then, trying to see if the Goliath can spot the Petro, who's probably going to push him. It's going to be some big rounds on the Petro right now. That's going to be about 10k. There goes the Des Moines in the middle, which means there's only one Petro left in Bravo. The Thunderer and the Marceau now needs to push into Bravo. The Des Moines and the Mossford now need to push into the game because it's 732 points to 280. It's 2 minutes until VOR wins this game, which brings it up to 1 apiece. Although the OH team is currently, I would say, the better late game players right now. I think they might not have enough time unless this Petro takes Charlie uncontested, which is really good gameplay here. You can see the Petro player Tam now pushing out the Goliath, which is taking him out of contention from Charlie. This Petro here, Pecora Wakarara's bot, has made a bad decision by firing because if the Goliath sees him and shoots him, he's not focusing fire on him.
Yeah.
Which basically means Charlie's going to be contested, going to go towards OH because the Goliath's not going to be able to reset the Petro in the middle there.
Yep, Charlie is going to go to OH, which is going to slow down the VOR charge. Looks like the Moskva and the Des Moines are charging into B at full steam, going hell for leather on the Petro there. The Thunderer and the Marceau over towards the A cap are getting hammered by the Kremlin. It doesn't seem like a very fair matchup there. This is where it gets interesting. Who is going to be? Are they going to be able to turn it around and make it an OH victory, or are they allowing VOR to take it to that third game?
I really hope VOR is able to push back into Bravo now with the Petro and the Clabert, pushing in, making sure that OH doesn't take Bravo, because I really would like it to be a 1 game apiece match here, because that really makes it kind of puts pressure on the teams and kind of contextualizes how well the C server players are playing and how even it is. Obviously, we know Rapoi is going quite well. I would really like to see these teams, regardless if they win or lose, come back next season and pretty much make the Asian server a force to be reckoned with. That's what I'm hoping for here, mate. You can see Bravo's just been taken by OH, though. We have 6 ships to 5 ships. We have 198k to 177k. You get some focus fire on the Petro here by the Des Moines and the Moskva at the back of Bravo. You can see the Ohio over in the back left-hand corner there. Sorry, the Goliath being farmed down by the Petros from OH.
Yeah, that Goliath in the background, even though he hasn't got much health left, he has been doing a good job keeping the people on C at C and stopping them from being able to bolster their forces and just steamroll A.
See, it's very, very interesting here, mate, because obviously you can see VOR now is they're ahead by 600 points.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes till VOR wins. Although they only have 1 cap, they're happy with that now. All they need to do is hold off. You can see the Petro's pushing the Goliath, and the other Petro from Charlie's pushing the Goliath back out towards, I guess, that 10 line. He's backing up. He's not going forward. He's backing up.
Yeah.
Which means the Goliath's going to be able to farm him down. The Petro's going to be able to farm down the Goliath. Goliath's got about 20 seconds left to live. He's not got long left at all. Let's give him 3, 2, 1. Rest in spaghetti, Goliath. That said, though, he's now drawn 2 Petros out, which still leaves 3 minutes. Unless you can see what's happening in the middle here towards Bravo, the Marceau. He's going to have a few rounds. Oh, Thunder has got one. Moskva's got a big round here.
No.
Oh my goodness, this is just turning around. The Kremlin's going to push in. The Marceau, if he drops his 12s towards the Kremlin, it's going to be a different game. The Moskva's going to take a couple of rounds down. The Marceau's got a lot of rounds coming in. Marceau's drop his torps. They're going to hit the Kremlin. I think they're going to miss the Kremlin. They're going to get a full set of torps on the Kremlin right now. 1, 2, 3, 4,
3.
Kremlin's still good to go. Looks like the Mossad is going to push around here. This is going to be GG to VOR here. VOR's going to get this one over OH if this Mossad pushes around the corner. This is a good game by VOR. I thought they were going to throw it, mate. This is really, really lucky here. Mossad got taken down, and in turn the...
What the
Oh,
hell
and that's
happened out there?
GG. Congratulations, VOR. Holy moly, that is good to go, mate. I really, really enjoyed that game just then.
Yeah.
Congratulations, VOR. That's one apiece.
Oops. Let's go.
Well, I tell you what, mate, you don't get much better than that.
No.
It's one apiece now. A VOR 1, OH 1. I thought VOR was going to throw that then due to points, but they got some lucky Citadel shots on that. From that Kremlin onto the Mossad and the Petro in the middle there, and the Marceau that was pushing through was unlucky to be taken down by the HE rounds. Although he got 4 torps on the Kremlin just has a massive HP buff, and it didn't hit him in the right spot because it was angling well towards those torps. That's a good game. That's making things very interesting towards this third game here.
It is.
Any comments?
Well, as I said, I thought OH were going to play the stalling game, and that might have been what stuffed them in the end. They sat back and stalled for too long, allowing VOR to get in and get that B. Just gave them too many points, and then by the time they did move in to contest everything, the points difference was just too much, even with 2 caps to 1.
Well, as you can probably hear from my excitement towards the end there, I was pretty keen for that game. That was a very good way to finish off a 1v1, making it, a 1-1 game there, which brings it in pretty much to reset here. Winner takes all in the third gameplay. I'm not going to say who's going to win, but you can see obviously the Petros and spotting abilities from the Petros been swapped out from the Stalingrads, and one club there from VOR really paid off from that spotting ability, which allowed them to be able to make their way around the map and find out where to push as opposed to pulling back on. Really good job to the club and the Petro from VOR. You did an awesome job spotting there. Otherwise, ladies and gents, let's get set for the decisive game here. VOR versus OH. Who's going to be the winner to go towards the semi-finals? Who will likely play? Let's have a look right now, ladies and gents. Let's see what the go is at the moment. No update so far versus Caxa versus M&D, but we know YYK is going to be versing Rapoi. So let's see who's going to win. Let's see who's going to play out of Caxa and MMD, and we'll see you guys and girls very shortly. Ladies and gents, we're in here for the deciding game. We have VOR versus OH, VOR, Ohio, Kremlin, Des Moines, Nevsky, Petro, Summers. There's 2 Klebers and a Marceau versus 2 Thunderers, 2 Petros, Stalingrad Klebers, 2 Marceaus, and a Smoland. A very different gameplay, actually. You can see the 4 DDs from VOR here.
Yeah, very interesting for them to go back to a DD push.
Well, it looks like a 4 DD per
end like
team.
last
Obviously,
time.
they're playing by the maps. This is obviously the meta. We can see the third gameplay. They normally have 4 DDs. Kabir, Marceau, and Smoland. You can see Smoland, the Summers, we haven't seen tonight at all. They've gone away from the Petros as far as VOR's concerned here, favouring the Des Moines, the Nevsky, and then obviously Ohio and the Kremlin. The 2 Thunderers is very interesting as well from OH. Let's see how they go. Looks like VOR's going to be pushing towards Charlie, with Marceau going to be pushing it hard towards Bravo. Summers, Nevsky, and Ohio rotating around towards Alpha. It's going to be a 5 split towards Charlie, 1 towards Bravo, and 3 towards Alpha. What's OH doing over there, Major?
Okay, well, OH are going almost the opposite. They're only sending really Colbert and Marceau out to C. We've got another Marcel just hovering between the B and C line there. The Stalingrad and Thunderer have turned C way and are putting along out the back there. Whilst going A way, we've got a Smoland way out in front, followed by a Petro, Thunderer, and another Petro heading towards the AB line.
Yeah, it looks like the Marceau is going to be pushing in relatively slow. You can see this tactic we talked about last time is backing in. He's backing in really slow, but you know why they back in? Because that way they can move out faster. So what I would have done is taken a wide loop here and then being able to push in between these islands and back in nice and slow, which basically meant you don't have anyone on your port side to see you. He's going to be backing in. He's going to beat no one, basically in Bravo. Looks like the Smilan, though, going to be pushing him pretty hard towards Alpha. You can see the Summers and the Nevsky going to be pushing in hard. You'll probably see them turn in towards their port side here to be making sure they don't take any salvos on their broadside because they don't want to get spotted by the Smilan. Basically, whoever spots who first here is going to be the winner of this battle over on the right-hand flank.
Yep.
What's happening over in Charlie, mate?
Over on the Charlie side, we've got the Marcel and the Colbert from OH trying to push in, or trying to push around the outside and push in, but
around the outside, chick bar.
But they've been met with heavy resistance by two Colberts, and I think the OH Marcel, no, they ran out of steam, but he would have been seriously puckered to his chair for a second there.
Something that Marceau right here in Bravo's capped that out. The Petro did spot him, had a few random shots in there, didn't take any though. He's backing out as soon as he can. This is the one we talked about before, how they backed into the spawn, into the cap. Purely to get out there as fast as he can. He's going to rotate around towards Alpha. You probably see he'll hang around in the middle here because he wants to make sure that no one's going to counter his cap towards Bravo.
Yeah.
Early cap means a lot right now for VOR. You can see now the Petro's dropped a radar here. Marceau's going to be spotted. Going into Charlie, though, probably going to be taking it as he sees it. You can see the Petro's going straight in, hull forward. The Marceau's not going to be seen. He's going to be slowly teetering. You can see what he's doing. He's getting really, really slow. So that way, if he does get spotted, he can back out and be able to use this island as cover, which the Petro's not going to see him. He's going to push in. However, the Kleber on the right-hand side here, he's going in very fast. Now he's going to try to push for this island. You can see right here. That's where he's going to push for. Otherwise, he'll pull himself around past this island. It's either two ways. In past here, which will leave him in towards the Clubbers out here. Hopefully he doesn't see them. Otherwise, he should... No, he's doing a full circle. He's going to be spotted. No, just outside that radar range.
Yep, I'd say he just saw the Des Moines and went, nah, I got to get to range. So yeah, he's just turned himself around and sitting just inside the cap.
Yeah, you can see the Petro at the back here, taking a few rounds as well. The back of Alpha. It's pretty stalemated so far. You've got 2 caps to 1. You can see OH has 2 caps. Now we can see the Petro is going to have 1 fire on the frontal. The Nevsky's going to be firing him down. Same with the Marceau. We've got a heavy split on the Alpha side now. However, OH currently has that. So if the Petro just kites out, should be good to go. Push towards Bravo. It might be a good gameplay here. You can see the Marceau's now in Alpha, though. Smalan's probably going to push in as well, try reset. He's not going to be able to reset, so I'm fairly positive unless the Summers or the Marceau pushes in towards Alpha, gets a few rounds from the Smalan. It's not going to be reset. It's going to be VOR's cap to take.
Yep, I dare say VOR are going to be able to take that A cap. Hopefully they've got the support there to keep it whilst they farm the points.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get this. The Smalan's not... Oh, actually, a couple of rounds going in towards now. Looks like the Smalan's been able to spot the Marceau. Marceau is going to take a couple of rounds, which will reset that by about 20 seconds, 10 seconds, sorry. I lie. You can see now that's left the Petro open for some fire, which means he has to kite out now. He's not going to take any of those torps, but he's going to take a fair few rounds from the Nevsky, the Summers, and also the Ohio. Ohio's a fantastic ship, man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get that ship.
Yeah, she's a good one.
You can see now, looks like Charlie's pretty much uncontested. Remember we talked about this last time, OH's position on the map. You can see they've got pretty much the whole flank covered. They've got any rotations coming from Bravo, from the Marceau. The Thunderers holding anyone that pushes through to Charlie. The Stalingrad's holding off the Des Moines, the Kleber pushing up forward. And the Kleber's just dropping torps so no one can rotate on the right-hand side flank here. That's all he's going to do right now. He's just going to go back and forth, dropping torps. You see the Kleber's not going to be smart enough to push forward. And the Marceau in the middle here near Charlie is just going to keep on dropping torps. So It actually doesn't. I mean, it's hard to commentate on because you can see exactly what they're doing, but it's an easy gameplay, but very hard to master. You can see the Marceau just going back and forth. Sometimes you have to literally eat a bit of humble pie to be able to go, okay, what's better for the best of my team here? Dropping torps to hold the team back. Yes, I know I'm not going to be able to kill anyone. My tactic isn't to kill someone, it's to hold them back from rotating and capping this point. So the Marceau will now go forward. You'll see him drop some torps back towards this island here. Try and make sure this Petro doesn't push forward. You'll see this Marceau over, sorry, the Kleber over here will drop some torps along the right-hand flank, or he might go down here to make sure they don't push into Charlie. His main point is to make sure no one pushes in, though.
Yep.
You see the Stalingrad's kind of taking some fire. He'll start to back up now because he's been spotted because he knows the Kleber's pushing in, which I mean, this Kleber will probably start to rotate around the side here, push through the middle in towards Charlie, and make sure no one caps it.
Yeah, just
Looks like on the left-hand side here and towards Alpha, though, the Thunder has taken a few rounds.
the Alpha side is highly contested at the moment. The Nevsky, the Ohio have both pushed up to help out the Marcel and the Summers here. The Smoland and the Marcel on the OH side are doing their best to keep the cap theirs, but they keep getting forced out and forced to reset. Now the Thunder in the back there that you just mentioned has been doing good work at keeping everyone at bay, but as the VOR side advance, he's slowly getting pushed further and further to the back of the map.
Yeah, you can see this Milan's going to be taking a few. Oh, actually, he's going to be able to kite out there. Marceau's going to be taking a few rounds. Sorry, disregard. Looks like they're working for the Marceau. They're going to be going towards the Petro. Petro's going to be taking some big rounds here on the side. No, they've all gone over the top. He got one by the rear. He's pushed that out with his auto repair party. Got a couple of rounds coming in from Ohio towards the Thunder. Thunder's going to be turning in, so he's frontal forward towards Bravo cap there. Looks like Marceau and Kremlin from the VOR team's going to be pushing towards Bravo. Marceau's now pushing in towards the Kleber. Kleber's going to be pushing towards Charlie. VOR is doing a very, very big push right now.
Yep, VOR have said, that's it, we've had enough. This is where the game turns around. And OH have been pushed back. They probably lost some ground that they didn't really want to lose.
We can see here now we're over 10 minutes in pretty much, and there is not a single ship being lost. So OH is a really good tactic here, and I will really commend OH in their ability to hold back a cap, get in there fast and pull back, and then kind of force a top tier team to not push in. You can see VOR realizes now this is the last game. This is make or break. We need to push now. It's a flip of a coin. Is it heads or is it tails? We're going to be able to push in. The Marceau is going to take a couple of rounds here. Heaps from the Marceau and the Petro. You can see the Kremlin's got a couple of rounds on the Marceau here. The Marceau in the middle here, and Bravo's going to take. He's going to be farmed down now. He's got nowhere to go because that island's capping him off there. You see the Kleber and Charlie's capped out. He's going to have some rounds from the Marceau in the middle here. Looks like Marceau from VOR. He's going to be, yep, that's done. That's the first ship done for today. That's that game done for that Marceau right there.
Kremlin's still cruising in alongside the corpse of his DD brethren to try and get that B cap. You can see that they really just pushing in, get the caps now. Let's finish it.
Yeah, you can see the Marceau's going to be taken down here from OH. He's got a couple of torps going towards the Kremlin. Kremlin's pushed in too far. He's going to have to back out now. He's going to be farmed down by those two Marceaus. Let's hope the Petro on the Thunderer don't get around in time. Looks like two torps maybe on towards that Kremlin. The Kremlin's going to have to back out now. Kremlin's taking out the Marceau over there. He's going to eat one, two
there.
And then the second rack's looking pretty good as well, unless he can anchor off and push forward starboard side. He should be okay.
I'd say he's still going to eat another 3.
Maybe even 4. 4 it is. Oh, he's lucky. He's taken off about 40k health there. You can see the Petro on the right-hand side here. Smolan's going to take a few rounds. Looks like the VOR push did not work here. This could be both VOR teams out here. This could be OH moving forward into the semi-finals.
Oh, I guarantee you VOR is sitting here right about now going, oh.
VOR needs to push right now. VOR needs to push into Bravo all their ships. They need to rotate the Summers out. They need to go to Ohio into Bravo. They need to push and cut that out right now. They need to drop whatever smoke, whatever radars they have left. The Petro needs to drop his radar just on the outside of Bravo, see where they are. This Colbert versus Colbert on the left-hand side of Charlie's null and void. Doesn't mean anything. He
Yeah.
needs to back out of there straight away and push into Bravo.
Yeah, that the OH Colbert out in the middle of the grapes there is doing good work at keeping a Des Moines and a Colbert from moving into the Bravo cap and helping the rest of the team. Unfortunately, those guys can't see that that's what his tactic is, and they need to abandon him. The Kremlin has just joined the Digital Reef. So B is now being capped over by the VOR Colbert.
Yeah, it looks like the Colbert is going to be able to cap that out in Bravo. Looks like a couple of rounds gone towards the Ohio, towards Alpha here. The Summers is going to be able to cap out A here. VOR is still in contention. Don't get me wrong. They are 2 ships down. There is about a 70k spread. Sorry, 61k spread to be exact. 6 minutes to 5 minutes. It's still anyone's game, but see, you can see OH starting to move in now. This Marceau and this Milan, this could be a very tough decision here. Remembering they've only got 3 DDs left. If they can take out this Colbert, that's their tactic though. Marceau's going to be able to take them down.
Yeah, the Marcel's
Colbert's done. Colbert's done.
doing the good work. Colbert is very, very lucky. Should change his name from Twinkle Twinkle to Twinkle Toes.
Well, that's it though. The Noel Twilight's going to be pushing into Bravo. He's going to be holding that off now. The Colbert's going to be moving out. Looks like we've got the 2 caps there now. We've got 5 minutes to 4 minutes 21. OH does have the points to be able to bring this home, though. There is now about a 40, 50k spread. That's a big difference now in the change. The Summers going to be pushing in towards Charlie. They need one more ship to be taken out here. The Colbert's going towards Marceau.
Couple of good, a couple of okay hits there, really. But the Marceau managing to keep B in OH's name. Smolander's having a real hard time trying to back into A and get that one away from VOR. So that's going well for VOR. Over on the Charlie cap, VOR are, yep, they own that. And unfortunately, the Colbert and the Des Moines have finally realized that that's the OI Colbert is not where they need to be focusing.
See, the Nevsky's dropped a inverted radar just there in the right-hand side of Alpha. You can see he's got a couple of rounds going towards the Petro. That's not something you want to be able to do because now he's going to be open to the Petro and the Thunderer and also the Stalingrad. Oh, man, this is tough for VOR here. VOR really needs to get themselves that Marceau or that Smoland. I think they're going to lose a ship, though, and I think it's going to be GG towards OH unless OH doesn't back out. OH needs to pull back from those caps right now. They need to make sure they keep Bravo and back out from the caps.
Yep, back out and just stay alive. They've got the points. All they need to do is just keep them.
Yeah, it's important they keep those points, don't lose a ship. The Smoland's pushing a little bit hard, though. Ohio's going to be coming around the corner. If he gets some good rounds on the Smoland got some torps coming towards the Ohio, though. And the Colbert does not want to be taken out here because that's going to be 40 points towards OH.
And that Ohio better change course. Otherwise, he will be a new addition to the Digital Reef.
Couple of torps coming in towards that Ohio. I'm going to say, well, actually, he might be lucky. He's just seen them. He's backed out now. Lucky, very, very lucky.
Very lucky.
We cannot allow this defeat.
2 radar drops there. 1 from the Petro from VOR. 1 from the Petro from OH. You can see the Smoland's going to be spotted. The Colbert's going to be taken out here. This is going to be GG. This Colbert gets taken out here from VOR. Come on, VOR. Bring it home. Come on, VOR.
Smoland.
Bring it back. Come on, VOR. Petro's going to push forward now. He needs to take out the Smoland. Needs to get those points. You see the Petro being farmed down now. The Smoland's being farmed down.
Yeah, Smoland's taking shots from the Petro. The Colbert managing to make it back behind that island, saving whatever health he had left.
Yeah, he's lucky, mate. This Colbert is very, very lucky. Ohio taking a couple of rounds. You can see that Petro's now pushing to Bravo, which is going to mean that now VOR has the points. Technically, if VOR gets Bravo, there is no way OH can win unless they push in. You can see a few rounds coming towards the Petro right now. If whoever loses next shift right now, he's probably going to be the winner. Sorry,
Well,
who's going to be the loser?
OH.
Petro! Oh my goodness, OH just taken down by that's one Club Air, one Petro gone.
Yep.
The Stalingrad's going to be farmed down here. Stalingrad's getting taken down by the Ohio. Couple of torps coming towards the Petro.
This is where it's all going to fall apart for OH.
Petro's going to miss all those torps. The Stalingrad going to take a couple of rounds right now. Stalingrad getting farmed down by the Ohio, the Nevsky, and the Summers. The Petro, the Thunder, and the Marceau are pretty much out of this game now. They're not going to have enough time to push into Alpha. There's only 2 minutes and 51 seconds left. 9:40 to 8:24 left. Stalingrad's going to take a couple of rounds. That's going to be beat capped out. That's going to be game for VOR.
It's going to be game for VOR.
Oh my goodness, mate. This is disgusting. Oh, I cannot believe this right now. I thought OH had this in the bag.
They looked so... Yeah. They had it for so long and VOR just... Nah. Dows now.
I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning with no voice because this is intense, mate. The Stalingrad being taken down.
Ohio's gone.
972 to 804. It's still anyone's game here if the Petro and the Thunder and the Marceau can push in. Nevsky's going to be farmed down. There's 8 seconds left. There's 6 seconds left. There's 5. There's 3, 2, 1.
Well done, VOR.
Wow. Congratulations, VOR. That's well deserved. That is a well deserved fight. Congratulations, VOR.
Wow.
Congratulations, VOR. You guys are the winners for this game. Let's go to the winning screen real quick. As we can see there, ladies and gents, VOR has won that game out of nowhere. That is these games tonight have been fantastic, mate. This is top tier gameplay right now. Being able to contest, reverse, and call against what your opponents are doing is fantastic. Congratulations to VOR. That's one VOR into the semi-finals, which will be a VOR versus Caxa. Looks like Caxa's won against MMD, which means it's Caxa versus VOR and YYK versus Rapoi. Any comments on that one, Major?
I got to admit, I've been secretly going, yeah, I'm hoping VOR take this because it came to VOR versus Rapoi another year, and that was an awesome game. I'd love to see those guys hit each other hard in the finals again.
Well, it's interesting, mate, because we've seen YYK, we've seen Rapoi, and now we've seen VOR in at least 3 games this season so far. A few teams we haven't followed, but 3 teams we have followed the most are all into the semi-finals. We'll be kicking off the semi-finals in like 4 or 5 minutes. Rapoi versus YYK. Make sure you check out Tango's stream. He's the man to see for the English community for YYK versus Rapoi. That's going to decide if it's Caxa or now VOR. So it'll very, very interesting. I mean, but prior to this fact, I really thought Rapoi was going to be the force to be reckoned with. But the way VOR just reversed that, I don't know, mate. I think maybe it's going to be a very, very difficult grand final tomorrow, depending on who wins the